Who in HR is the best contact to ask about insurance, like health insurance? I've got them on the call today. We've got our amazing benefits team who's going to talk to us about open enrollment and the virtual benefits fair that we're going to be putting on. So you get to meet them, see their faces, and know how to connect with them. You need to be quiet. And thanks to everybody who allows me to be a parent, school marm, and Boise State employee all at once during this Fireside chat. If this is your first time, welcome. This is the HR Fireside chat. This is our weekly touch point with campus, where we get to bring to you important, timely topics. Sometimes we bring community, like campus community members to the Fireside chat to bring you some informational updates. But this week, because it is the second day of open enrollment, we have our internal benefits team here to talk to you about, one, what open enrollment is and how you should or may not need to participate. And then two, to answer some of your benefit questions. And then three, tell you about our amazing virtual benefits fair that's coming up in a couple weeks that you most definitely are going to want to participate in to learn more about your amazing benefits. Okay. First, I'm going to start with a few HR updates because I have a captive audience. Jordy, can you tell us what the welcome team is up to, I think next week or the week after?
So quick apology to those of you who have been patiently waiting for the DRC recap email. I had the blatant audacity to take a week off for vacation. And so I'm a little behind on getting both the recap email out and the invitation for the next meeting, which should be in the second week of May. My mission and goal is to get that information out today. I know everyone's schedules are busy. We want to give people plenty of lead time to sign up for those sessions. Again, those sessions are called DRC meetings. They're monthly. They're for department recruitment coordinators or anybody that uses PageUp to either look at applicants or move a requisition through or whatever. We hold those monthly. If you have not been invited, we have an invitee list of around 160 people. But if you're not on that list and that sounds interesting to you, email me and I'll put you on the list. But either way, recap email and invites are going to be going out today. I apologize for the lateness. And we still need to confirm what May's subject matter is going to be. It may be onboarding, but we'll get back to you on that.
Thanks, Jordy. I appreciate being able to throw you under the bus. Another strangely benefit related, it's actually about your pay. Friday's paycheck is the third you'll be getting this month. So you'll notice that it's a little bit more than what you're used to. That's correct. There, you don't have to talk to us. We're aware. Camille, that's because there's no insurance premiums that get pulled out of that one, right?
Correct. Insurance premiums only get deducted out of the first and second check of each month. And so on those rare months that we do have a third paycheck, you will not see any medical or dental premiums deducted unless we're working with you on doing some sort of a catch-up adjustment or refund.
See, I pretend to know what I'm talking about, and then I let the expert finish it off for me. So thanks for, I'm all like, I know it's something to do with premiums. So yes, more money in your paycheck. If you can, treat yourself to something that will bring you some happiness, whether it's a moment outside in the beautiful weather with an iced latte or mocha or a tea, or even just like go for a walk. Just treat yourself a little bit this week because the weather is finally getting right and it's been a super stressful couple of weeks. Remember to be taking care of yourselves. On that, I want to talk about a quick update that's coming up. Rachel Sales, I'm going to put you on the spot for a second, or Rachel Fisher now, even though her name still says Sales on here. She is like our touch point and go-to girl for everything tuition waiver related, there's a due date coming up if you want to be taking classes. Rachel, can you talk about those real quick?
Absolutely. So there's actually 2 due dates per semester. The first one is to avoid a $50 late fee, and it coincides with when tuition is due. So for summer, that's going to be May 8th. The absolute last day for you to submit a summer fee waiver is going to be August 15th, which is the last day that classes are being taught. If you took classes this spring and didn't turn in a fee waiver, please, 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 please turn that in no later than this Friday. It is the absolute last day to turn in a spring 2021 fee waiver period. Be aware that there will be a $50 fee attached to that.
Thanks, Rachel. Okay, so if you've been taking classes this fall, but you haven't submitted your waiver, it's not too late.
Oh,
we're going to still accept it through for
not fall, spring.
Spring, that's what I meant. I have no idea what time it is. By the way, I got my COVID shot yesterday, so I'm crawling through. This is why I was like, we're going to have benefits talk through most of this. And if I'm smiling, it's because I feel your guys' love and support. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, so those are my HR updates for right now. The biggest HR update I have is why we're taking the rest of the time to talk about it. It's open enrollment. And Camille, I'm going to let you have the ability to share your screen. And Rachel, you also have the ability to share your screen. So if you ever need to take over and share your screen to show us what we need to know, we're going to talk about benefits at Boise State and open enrollment. Take it away, Camille. And you're muted because we can't have anything without that. Still muted. I swear somebody has a bingo card that they're racking up points.
I swear I clicked unmute. Okay. So if you are a benefit eligible employee, you should have received an email yesterday about open enrollment. And there are links to the open enrollment webpage provided on that. I'm also going to show you other ways to get there. One of the things that we've heard a lot back from people is, why don't you provide the links to the forms in the email? And the reason we do that, it's intentional that we don't put those in the email any longer. We put those out on our website because we were having too many outdated forms showing up during open enrollment in the past. I think people were Googling open enrollment emails and finding old forms, and unfortunately, the form looks so much the same that it was hard to catch, and Office of Group Insurance would not accept those forms, even though, you know, it was something that kind of got past us. So those people lost out on getting enrolled last year. So we wanted to make sure and have those forms available on our open enrollment webpage. As I said, there are other ways to locate that as well. So if you were to just go out to our HR webpage, you're going to, this is where you're going to land. The We Are Here For You, Boise State Human Resources. If you just come down right here and click the fiscal year 22 open enrollment, that is going to take you to our open enrollment webpage. Another way that you can get there is if you click on benefits. So if you happen to be out on the benefits webpage, you can also, we have a button right here, will take you out to the open enrollment webpage. So link on the email and then the two different links out on our website will take you to open enrollment. And we do have the dates listed. So our open enrollment runs from yesterday, the 26th, through May 14th. And we do have to have all open enrollment forms back by the 14th. Office of Group Insurance is very strict on this. They will not accept forms that are received after the 14th. We have a list of what the new health premium rates are. I know that people were saying one of their greatest perks is our benefits. And unfortunately, there has been an increase again this year. This is something that the state of Idaho does review with the Office of Group Insurance, and they try to keep it still very affordable to employees, and I think that it is. But there has been a rate increase again this year. So do make sure to take a look at that. And we have indicated, when those rates will show up on your paychecks. That would be the June 11th paycheck, because our premiums are paid for the month ahead. As Casey had mentioned, we are having some changes to our dental. So the deductible of $25, the deductible is going away. The only time that you will now have a deductible is for your major services, such as bridge work, crowns, those kind of things. So that's all out there on the information on our open enrollment. I also wanted to mention that they have increased the amount you can put aside for the dependent daycare flexible spending. It has increased up to $7,746 per family, unless you are reporting separately, then it's $3,873 that you can set aside. And the amounts are listed on the form, the maximum amount that you can put away per pay period. When you fill out those forms, please do make sure and put the amount that you want to have deducted out of your paycheck, and not just what you want the total for the year. And in order to determine what that amount is, we do have 26 pay periods within the plan year. So if you have an amount that you were saying, you know what, I want to put aside $2,000, all you'd have to do is divide that by 26 to determine what your amount per pay period is going to be. There is information out here about other things that you can do during our open enrollment. So basically, open enrollment is the time that you would want to enroll in flexible spending if you want to participate. Even if you've participated in the past, you do have to re-enroll each year that you want to sign up. So if you don't turn in a form this year, but you were enrolled last year, it doesn't automatically re-enroll you. You do have to fill out a form each year. Another thing that you can do during open enrollment is if you want to change which medical plan you're in. So if you're in the traditional plan and you want to change to PPO or high deductible, there is another form that you can complete to do that. And I'll show you that. And also, our health premiums, you have a choice of having those premiums deducted pre-tax or after tax. Most people like pre-tax because it's an immediate tax savings to you. Other people want to do after tax because perhaps they want to make sure that every bit of their income gets taxed towards Social Security, or perhaps you do have so many medical expenses throughout the year that you itemize on your tax return. You might want to do after tax for that. I'll show you where you can do all of those things. If you're just looking at enrolling your spouse onto your medical plan, or you want to remove somebody, you can do that at any time.
Camille,
Yes.
Kristen's got her hand up. I want to make sure if her question has something to do with what you're on right now, so we don't get too far ahead.
Hi, Camille. I just had a question. I noticed on there was, I didn't catch the whole name of it, but are there legal benefits that are available?
There is a legal plan. It's called ROG, and it is a group legal plan, and they do provide a lot of services, such as helping you with writing wills, if you have any kind of legal issues maybe going on with, it can be a multitude of things that they can help with, but they are out on our website. So if you were to, let's say, go back up to benefits, just so that you can get a little bit more information on it. This has recently been updated, so we're going to go and look at their benefits. It's wrong. This is what I always do. I always get confused between voluntary benefits. And so under voluntary benefits, we have about the group ROG, group legal plan. Only time that you can enroll or cancel this coverage is during our open enrollment period. but all of the enrollment or counseling is done through their website. We don't actually receive any forms in our benefits department for ROG. So it is something that you would go out to their website if you want to enroll. There are a couple different options. They have a $17 a month, and then they have a legal protection plus plan for $23. If you go out onto their website, we'll give you a list of what each of those plans would provide you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. So I'm going to come back.
Thanks for raising your hand. Because that link is so buried, I'm actually just going to go and put an ROG link right under that bullet point. So folks who are interested in learning more about ROG or need to go straight to that website, in about 5 minutes, a link to that website will be on the updated open enrollment page. Girls. So thank you. I really appreciate it when people point stuff out on our website that's difficult or not user-friendly, because then I can make it better for you guys.
Thanks, Casey, because that would be helpful to have on there. And then another thing I wanted to mention that open enrollment is a time for is sometimes employees will go ahead and enroll their spouse and children onto the medical plan, but they choose to have just themselves for dental for whatever reason. The only time that they can then add the rest of the family members onto the dental would be during our open enrollment period. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up these forms really quick. We do have information on how to fill out forms right here. One of the things that I like to point out to people is that on the I'm going to go through the FSA form really quick with you. So this is the flexible spending form. This is the form that would need to be completed anytime that someone wants to re-enroll in the open or in the flexible spending. The flexible spending has a health care, which is the medical portion, that also has a daycare. And as you can see, it shows what the limits are. It also shows what the maximum per pay periods are. When you're filling this section out on top, we do want to make sure that we get your complete mail address, not just the city or the street. A lot of times we get them without the city, state, or zip code. Agency is always going to be Boise State, and the benefit effective date will be July 1st of 2021. That is the beginning of our new plan year. So we just want to make sure that those things will always be the same. The agency is going to be Boise State. The benefit effective date is going to be 7/1 of 21. The rest of the information, of course, would be based on you. Your signature, you can either print them off, sign them, scan them, and email them back to us at our benefits email that is listed on the web page. We can also accept electronic or digital signatures. So that is another option as well when you're completing this form. Any questions really on the form for the flexible spending?
So, Michael, I want just a little bit of clarity. Are you talking about re-enrolling in FSA, the flexible spending account, or are you talking about re-enrolling in just benefits in general?
Specifically FSA, yes.
Yeah, every year you gotta make sure to get that paperwork in. And honestly, that's one of the reasons. And we know people are like, just put the form in the email. But if we do that and it's the wrong year, Office of Group Insurance has told us, no, it's wrong. Like, people will have gotten us to it and it will be clerical error on our part, and they still don't honor it. So yeah. We're trying to be really careful and proactive about that. And I know it's a little frustrating that you have to go to the website and download the form that we specifically put on that website, but then it makes it really easy for me to trash that file and it never comes back up. And so next year you guys get the right one. I mean, like, if somebody wants to write an email to OGI and tell them to just make a universal form, go for it. we don't hate that idea.
Yeah, and as I was indicating, the forms are so similar that we did have some forms get past us. As closely as we try to look at those, it's very easy for something that will say, 20 to 21 on it instead of 21 to 22. And literally, those were really the only differences that year. And Office of Group Insurance still would not allow us or would not accept those. And we had to turn around and be the bearer of bad news to those people saying, you know what, you sent the wrong form into us and we didn't catch it either. And now they're not going to let you enroll. So we just don't want that to happen again. The other form is the choice card. This is the form you would fill out if, like I said, you're wanting to change which plan that you want to participate in. You're wanting to add your family to the dental coverage that you've had them on your medical, but now you want them on your dental as well. We would just go ahead and use this form. And this is new to this form. And this is why when you look at the video on how to fill out this form, it's not going to mention anything about premium, change your premiums to pre-tax or after-tax. That is something new to this form this year, and we did not have the form in time to get that updated for that video. So if you are trying to read the instructional video or watch that, it won't include those options. But this is the form that you would complete if you are wanting to make any of those other changes to your benefits. And again, if you're just wanting to, maybe you just decided, okay, my kids have been covered under my spouse and now I'm going to cover my kids. I don't have a qualifying event. Do I have to wait for open enrollment? No, you can do that at any time. You can actually add and remove people from your benefits at any time. It will go on effective the first of the month after you turn a form into us. So that isn't something that is limited to our open enrollment period.
Just dental, because it has to be weird.
So those are where you're going to find the forms. We have the information about new highlights, which is from the Office of Group Insurance. They are our plan administrator. And so we do try to have a lot of links that take you to their website, which is a great website. It has a lot of information and easy to read. This attachment also just kind of helps go over other things that have changed this year to your benefits, if you wanted to get just kind of a quick glance of all of those changes. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you. And then I think that we wanted to have Rachel discuss the virtual benefits fair this year.
I'm super excited about this, guys. This team has been working super hard to get this ready. Rachel, do you want to share your screen or do you want me to drive? I have it up and ready if you want me to.
And I can't figure out how to unshare.
If you wouldn't mind.
Anywhere that says to unshare.
I stole the share.
Oh, okay.
And I did see a question. Somebody was asking, how do you know what plan you're currently on? There are a couple of ways for you to check that. One, when you go onto your...
Real quick, what screen are you looking at? Because I have 3 screens and 16 different windows. What are you seeing?
I see virtual benefits fair.
Yay! Technology worked on a Tuesday.
But Stephanie, if you go to your pay stub, it'll show you what type you have. So it'll either be high deductible, PPO, or traditional. Another way for you to check that is if you go to, again, if you go into My Boise State and HR system, one of the options on the home screen says benefits. And then if you click on that, there will also be benefit summary. That's going to show you all of the benefits that you're enrolled in at Boise State.
I believe the instructions for that are on the Open Enrollment webpage somewhere. I remember reading it like, right here. How can I find my hire date? This is also where you can find out your benefit summary. So down here in the frequently asked questions, I'll update that, Stephanie. So it answers both questions to see what coverage you already have and your hire date. I'm glad you said something. I'm gonna go back to, and I wanna just do a quick shout out. If you have 35 seconds in your day, watch some of these amazing videos that our graphic designer put together on open enrollment and on the tuition fee waiver. They're gorgeous, and they are narrated by the lovely Rachel Fisher. But back to virtual benefits fair.
Thanks, Casey. This year we opted to do a virtual benefits fair rather than an in-person event for pretty obvious reasons. And because of that, we also opted to do a full week-long event rather than just having it be one day. So we reached out to a bunch of our different vendors and asked if they would be willing to host a Zoom session throughout the week. So this year it's going to go Monday through Friday, primarily Monday through Thursday, though there are a couple of ones on that Friday. If you go to this website, it's actually embedded. The calendar is embedded on the website, and it shows all the different ones that you can sign up for. So we have it with AFLAC. We have Ideal, which is college savings. We have somebody coming to present on ROG, Travelers, MetLife, and I'm blanking on the very last one. Liberty Mutual. We have TIA coming, and they're presenting on a plethora of topics. It's not just their offerings, but they have really cool ideas of like, how can you build up your credit score? What does that mean? So I would highly recommend going and perusing this. Quite a few of them will be recorded. There were a couple of companies who aren't allowed to record sessions. But if you look on the calendar invite, it also says it will be recorded or it won't be, right at the very bottom. So if there's one that you do really want to go to, but it's during a time that you can't make, double check and see if it's going to be recorded, because that's a way that you can access these trainings afterwards as well. The nice thing about this too is when you click on the event, you can just add it to your calendar. Perfect. Thank you so much for demonstrating, Casey.
Of course. I love Brianna White.
Add this to your calendar. The Zoom link is embedded in the location. And then when that comes up next week, you can just click on it. It'll pop up and it'll take you into the Zoom. Do we have any questions about the benefits fair this year?
I'm just going to reiterate what Rachel said. If you're interested in any of these topics, copy them to your calendar. And I need to double check, because I believe if you copy it to your calendar, we'll be able to like see that you're on the invite. And those who didn't make it, we'll be able to send you the recap email. If that's not the case, we're probably just going to send you all the videos anyways to make sure everybody who wants to take part in information and understanding and knowledge gaining, they get it. Because I'm all about over communicating and over sharing. We do have some cute stuff on the website too. So if you just spend some time on the virtual benefits fair, which is just off of the open enrollment page, you can see our awesome benefit fair flyer, which gives you an overview. And then those that participate in any of the sessions will be getting an opportunity to partake in virtual door prizes. Okay, they're actually physical door prizes, but the virtual benefit fair door prizes. We've got gift cards from Albertsons in the amount of $75, $50, and $25 that just by completing the form, you're in the drawing for. And then you can select which of these fantastic prizes donated by our vendors. Hadley, yes. Okay, thank you. You would like to be in in a drawing for, and we'll be getting those drawn probably the week just after the virtual benefits fair and get emails out to our fantastic winners. Rachel, do you have anything you want to add on that one?
Just that we're really proud of how we've reoriented this year for the benefits fair and open enrollment in general. And we really hope that you guys participate and make this the best one yet.
Something that I just wanted to comment on. I mean, I want to thank Rachel, first of all, and Casey for all of their help in doing this. This is the first time we've ever done a virtual benefits fair. We've reached out to other places that are kind of looking at us to see how we're doing it as a way to follow. And the thing I think that I want to point out on this is we have a lot of people that work remotely, and not just remotely here within Idaho, but we have a lot of employees that work in other states that have commented in the past that they feel that they don't get to participate in our benefits fair and the way other employees that are here local do. So this may be something that we continue offering, even if we do decide in the future that we'll have another in-person. I would like to offer these, week-long for all employees, because again, we do have so many employees that work outside of Idaho, and we can include them now.
Again, this team is amazing. They have been thinking about all the ways to make sure that you guys have all the information you need, because benefits they're not easy. They're so nuanced. I'm like trying to write stuff up and they're like, you can't say that. It's not specific enough. People will get confused. I'm like, okay. So this team cares a lot about making sure that you're well informed and you have exactly what you need. And I just appreciate them so much. Your benefits team really works super hard for you guys. That being said, we do have a really tight and hard deadline on this. And I think it was put like 3 to 5 times in the email that went out to benefit eligible employees, but it's also on the website. And I'm just going to say it here because it needs to be said. May 14th, our office closes at 5 p.m. So if you're physically going to drop off a form, we will be out the door at like 5:05. So please, if you're physically going to drop off a form, or if you plan on mailing in a form, by 5 o'clock on May 14th. If you want to email them to us, May 14th, just May 14th. One of the cool things this team is going to do that I don't know if you mentioned, Camille, is that they are going to be on campus a couple times to accept those forms. Last year they did a drive up and drop off. They're going to do that again. I'm going to share my screen. This is on the website. Are you guys seeing our cute "We Are Here for You" and open enrollment during COVID-19? Excellent, excellent. So these are the dates we're going to be on for the drive up, drop off. May 5th, which is next Wednesday. Oh my gosh, we're going to be in May. Wild. Yo. Okay, so from 10 to 2. And then the following Wednesday from 10 to 2. And then on the final day to return forms, benefits is going to be there from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. to collect your forms. All you have to do is drive up. We're going to come up. We're going to be wearing masks and doing all the social distancing stuff. Just drop off your forms. This is the perfect opportunity. If you have a quick question for an expert, they'll be there. Y'all can ask them. It's like the best customer service you can ask for. You don't even have to get out of your car. And they're just going to be there. Oh, did you fall?
Just to let you know on that, if you don't have your form completed, that's fine. We will have forms and even kind of a guide on how to complete the form. And so we will have forms there. We'll just walk up to your vehicle. You can fill out the form. We'll take it from there. You don't have, like Casey said, you don't have to get out of your car. But if you are on campus and it's not during one of those periods, you are able to drop those off at the front desk as well.
And our office is open Monday through Friday, or is it Monday through Thursday? Monday through Thursday from 10 to 2, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So that's HR office is open then. But remember, email to the benefits team always works as well.
Something to mention, Casey.
Yes.
If they decide to use snail mail and mail the form, please have in mind that it can take up to a week, and we cannot go by the date stamp or the post stamp. The form has to be date stamped in the office.
Yup. Gotta love those weird state rules for those awesome state benefits, right? Gotta play by the rules to get the awesome perks. One of the things that you might want to consider is doing the drive-by drop-off if you don't have a printer at home, or if you're not, if you're feeling concerned about a digital signature, is to take advantage of that drive-up drop-off. I know that my printer chooses which days it wants to work and which days it wants to go to the Bahamas on me. So that is there for you. I'm going to open this up to any questions for the benefits team, any questions for your HR folks who are on the line. It looks like I've got several. The delivery methods are in the pro tips and best practices section on the website. This is a really, really long web page. I'm not even going to try to pretend that it isn't. But here's my reasoning for having it be a really, really long web page. All the information is in one spot. You don't have to go to 6 different spots on the website. Unfortunately, you just have to scroll down. But I'll tell you right now, the pro tips and best practices has all the information on how to get your forms into us, including a little section where it's like, down below, check out our drive up, drop off section. Do we have to do anything with ARRG if we sign up with the online? I don't think so. They handle all their own stuff, right, Camille?
Right. All enrollment for ARRG is done through them. Also, if you've been in ARRG and you've decided that you no longer need that service, you can cancel with them through that as well. We don't do any of the paperwork and benefits for that.
Excellent. I love the questions. Yeah, Joanne, that's hilarious. It wouldn't print my vaccination paperwork. I had to go to campus to have somebody print it. So apparently it doesn't understand pressing and time consuming and very important things. But that was a cute comment. My printer, it's a stubborn little thing. It will print LOL coloring sheets for the kids though, any time of the day. I just know where its priorities are. So we're going to be sending out some communications in the campus update. You guys, if you were benefit eligible, should have received an email from the HR benefits email. We'll be sending a follow-up email close to when open enrollment, like the last week of open enrollment, saying like last call. And then everything will be in this HR Fireside recap email as well, because I'm trying to over communicate. Unfortunately, our best way of communicating with you in this virtual environment is email. So please, if you are a supervisor of benefit eligible employees, do me a favor, do the benefits people an email, share the Fireside chat recap with them, and have them make sure that they know what they're doing. And I have 2 questions about the May 4th Fireside. Yes, there will be. I do not have a topic as of yet, but as I have something really cool up my sleeve that I can't yet disclose, it might be that. I need to make sure that the really, really difficult SARB process goes through like it should. And if it does, we're gonna have a really, really awesome Fireside on the 4th. I'm really excited. Sean Miller has pulled something off amazing for you guys, and I'm really excited. He's gonna be like, stop talking now. He's gonna go shut down his video. So yes, there will be a May Fireside. Topic is pending because I'm really hoping that I can unveil one of the newest perks to being a Boise State employee. It'll come out sometime in May. I'm just hoping that by May 4th, I'll be able to roll it out. So thank you for letting me be. I can't keep a secret to save my life. So the fact that I'm keeping a secret is pretty cool. Right, Courtney? I don't keep secrets. Any other questions? Oh, if you know your employees don't use email, talk to them. That's another thing. Please. Word of mouth is important.
And Casey, you had attached flyers that if the department wants to print off, I know that most people are really working remotely still, but if you have a bulletin board in kind of a break room or something where your employees can see it, Casey did attach the virtual benefit fair flyer, and also there's the information about the new benefits at a glance that you can always print off and post those out on a bulletin board.
Yes. So that's specifically for the benefits fair, but it has open enrollment information. I'm dropping the PDF in chat right now. If you are in the office or if you have employees that don't check their email, put that on your bulletin board, put one on their desk, put a sticky note on their forehead. I mean, socially distanced, like hand them a sticky note. We want everybody to be aware. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the rest of the time. If there are more questions, we are here to answer them. If not, I will give you back the gift of time. Again, next week is gonna be hopefully a really good one. And then we will, mark your calendars. May 18th, Mark is coming to the Fireside. I know there's another Fireside in there, but May 18th, Mark is coming to the Fireside. I do not, James, I'm on a call. I do not record the sessions with Mark, so you have to be present to hear what he has to say. I'm Zoom pausing while my girls fight about everything.
The only thing that I want to say is, although the deadline, the absolute deadline is May 14th to get in your flexible spending or choice cards for open enrollment, you don't have to wait until May 14th to get them in. We get a lot of people that are under the impression that they have to wait until 4:55. So don't be one of those people.
Like, get a jump on it. Come to the May 5th drive up drop off. Thank you everybody for coming. I'll see you next week.